Hi all, let me just get my computer set up here. I still don't have a new phone. I tried to get one this week, but they couldn't get into our account to figure out what I had. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm probably going to say ouch a few times. My new puppy is sitting under the desk nibbling on my toes. So, guys, my new puppy is all right. Okay. Thanks for being here. My name is Wendy Keys Turnbull, and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today we're going to be working on bold impact cards. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on, stop it, cat or dog. I mean, ouch. We're going to be working on some dark backgrounds with some bright colors. Stop. No. He's such a cutie, but he just figured out that he can nibble. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, and I know I use this set a lot, Artistically Inked. Oh, okay, so this is my host code until Monday evening. So if you're interested, and I will post a link when I'm done here. So I know I use Artistically Inked a lot, but there are so many things to do with this set. I just love this set. And actually, I'm using the dies, and I used this die. And I already cut out, let me just get everything out here. So I'm using a black card base. And I cut a Melon Mambo, a Tahitian Tide, and a Daffodil Delight die. Okay, so what I want to do, we're going to make this super simple on this first one, and then we're going to try some other techniques with the other one. I'm going to put these on, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's put one here, I think, because that, now we'll do that. Stop, dog. And we'll put one there, and we'll put one here. Okay, so I'd love to move this puppy, but then he'll just bark. So we don't need that, that's for sure. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Bev. And there's somebody else watching who hasn't said hi yet. Please make sure that you say hi so I can include you in my Prize Patrol drawing tomorrow evening. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just use my glue here, and I'm going to just do the parts that are, dog, that are going to be on it. And of course, I may miss some spots or I may get some over, but we'll worry about that when the time comes to worry about it. I also have the fine tip glue, this one, but I find it doesn't stick as well as the Tombow. So I just put the Tombow into a fine tip holder, and that's what I use. Dog just loves my toes. Stop. Yukon, stop. No. Oh my gosh. I'm not normally barefoot, but he likes to chew on my shoes too. So I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm barefoot or have my shoes on. At least it doesn't hurt when he chews on my shoe. I will break him of it. Okay, let's see. See how we're doing here. Yeah, I'm going to need to put a little on here. Yuki, stop. All right, I'm going to put this right here. Did I get some over here? Kind of. Oh, too much glue. We're going to clean that up right away with a dampened paper towel. I'm on another group. We're planning a get-together, and everybody's chiming in, so you may hear some dings along the way. You may see me reach over to clear it so I can see your responses. Well, okay, when that's all dry, it'll all be clear. It won't show. I'm going to try using the other one since it's clear to begin with. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. So I want most of the rows. Actually, let's do this. So I'm just gonna, right here. I will be cutting this off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, do this, do this. There we go. Okay, so let's try it with this and see what happens. Just put little dots on here and there, because this is really exciting for you guys to watch me in the glue, isn't it? Hi, Christine. That's all right. We just got started, so I had to come on late, so. Okay. And it's really exciting watching me ink or glue up the back here. I can't see where I folded the other way, so we're just going to get a little involved here. Now what's he chewing on? Now he's chewing on my fleece. I'd rather have you chewing on my fleece, buddy. That's okay. You can do that. Especially since I'm not wearing it. Okay. Let's go here, and I made a mess of that. And I didn't get, see how it doesn't really stick. And maybe I didn't get any glue under there, although that would really surprise me, but it's possible. Okay. All right, guys, this is going to be really messy. Sorry about that. I will get it cleaned up after it's dried. And that one doesn't want to stick either. Okay, and for the third one, just going to fold it here. Yeah. Okay. Now I don't know which one to use. Let's just use this. So maybe in the future when I do this, I will use the double-sided paper, the double adhesive paper. Put that on it before I cut it out, and then that'll be much easier to put it on here. So we'll just remember to do that. Oops. I think I'm just gonna glue the outer edges. And here, of course. And a little bit in the middle to keep it down. All right. And that goes there. It might be, Claudia. I definitely do smell a bit like garlic, yes. I'm surprised the dog didn't shy away from me when I got home. I was in a greenhouse full of garlic. We didn't even get it all done, but that's okay. Okay, nope, those are not my sticky scissors. These are my sticky scissors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off the edges. Okay. I definitely don't want to trim the black. I just want to trim the blue and the yellow, the Tahitian Tide and the Daffodil Delight and the Melon Mambo. But I do want to get these edges that are hanging over here. Okay. Do this part next. What, are you chewing on the zipper? You silly dog. He's got all these toys. Instead, he's chewing on the zipper of the fleece hanging on my chair. Ugh. Okay. Oop. Christine, are you coming this weekend to the card class? And if so, what day would you like to come? Okay. Okay. Could be better, could be worse. Yeah, my yellow's not sticking. That's the one I used. Okay, that's the last one I did. Probably have to go use Tombow again on that because I don't know what it is about this. Maybe it's old because I have had it for a long time, but I didn't think it got that old, and I keep it closed, so who knows? All right. Let me just get the sticky off my hands real quick. Okay, it's really pretty, nice and bright. And I see there's a little scrap that didn't get out of there. There we go. So I'm gonna have to go back and tack it down in places, but let me show you what I've got planned for the rest of it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do Happy Birthday, and we're going to do it in black embossing powder. So I need my Versamark ink. There's any of my embossing buddy. There we go. Happy birthday. I moved the camera up so that I wouldn't get out of screen no matter what I did. Okay. Yes, me too, but I definitely do need to fix that. I like the contrast too, though. Sunday, perfect. Okay, thanks. I don't know why I didn't get the email, Christine, but that's okay. I will put you down for Sunday. Perfect, because that's when Bev is coming too, so. All right, there we go. That's nice and shiny. Let's get our little mini embossing die cutting machine. And this banner comes from the same set as the flowers. There we go. Okay, so this we're going to pop right in the middle here with some dimensionals. I'm not going to be able to use this sheet again, this graph. Okay. So there's that. And then on the inside, I cut out, it's this flower, but I don't want to stamp it because I'm going to use it to write my message on. But I also cut out some leaves. I'm going to cut them up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put the leaves under the flower in a couple of different places. I think that works. So now I've got to use the glue again. I'll just use this one and just dot. See a piece in there that doesn't belong in there. Come out of there. Come on. There we go. Okay, I can't wait for you guys to meet my new pup. The die cuts are from Artistically Inked. Just gonna do dots here and there. Definitely on the tips, a little bit on the edges. All right, that one's gonna go about there. Hope that's right. Find out soon enough. Make sure before I put the next one on. Yep, that's good. Okay, a little bit more. I'm not gonna worry so much about the bottom where it's gonna be underneath the flower shape. Okay. Right there. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. Use tape for this. Use my Stampin' Seal Plus. He's back to biting my toes again. He was off doing his own thing, getting some water, but he's back to biting the toes. No, no, Yukon, no. All right, so there's the front, happy birthday, which I will be repairing later. And there's the inside where I'm going to put some sort of message, but I haven't decided what yet. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and we're going to move on. I've got 2 other ones to do. They're a little more similar and a little bit less bold. All right, I think I'm going to, just to be safe, I'm going to flip this over so I don't get my other cards sticky. Okay, so that can go away. Let me put that back in there. Clean this up real quick. My hand still feels sticky. You can tell by the way I'm rubbing them. Okay. Put that back here. And that I am done with. Okay, next one. The next 2 I'm going to make. I'm going to use the Color and Contour set. I'm doing basically the same thing, only 2 slightly different methods. All right, and the first one I'm going to do on Blackberry Bliss. And what I'm going to do, because it's so dark, where'd my white go? That's interesting. All right, I didn't put it back. Okay, let me just grab another Craft White ink pad. Good thing I have 2 of them because I don't know where that one disappeared to. Craft White, Whisper White. This is an old one, must be. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of white in the background of this, just so that things will stand out more. So I'm using one of the mini blending brushes. And I'm just going to do like an oval of white. Try to, whoops. Oh, I should have knocked it off a little. Oh, well. Okay. All right. All right, let me get my... I tried to prep everything before I left for my appointment, but I'm realizing now that I forgot a few things. Okay, so I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss ink on here to stamp my flowers. I am going to stamp these. See if they'll fit on this one. Yep, just barely. Okay. I don't know how inky this pad is. I'm going to put it right in the middle there. Nice. Okay. Kitty or doggy? I'm so used to the cat. Leave my toes alone. So that is, Claudia, that is craft ink, which is, it doesn't dry as quickly as the regular inks do. It's the pigment ink, actually. It's the only pigment ink that Stampin' Up! Makes. There's all kinds of different colored pigment inks out there, but this is the only one that Stampin' Up! Makes is the Whisper White. So that's what I put it on there. Oh, goodness. Look at what the white must have taken some color off of there. Okay, before I start coloring on here, I'm just going to dry this pigment ink to make sure it stays dry. Okay. And then I'm going to use colored pencils. And I am going to color in my flowers. Let's see here. What have I got? Got Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. I could do those two, or I could do, let's see. I could do yellows, because I think I've got Crushed Curry and Daffodil Delight. Let's do the Melon Mambo. Let's see how this looks. All right, so, oh yeah, that's going to be nice. Oh, my picture is flashing on and off on the screen right now. I hope it's not doing that for you guys too. I'll definitely do the little bud yellow or dark. And then we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo. I think I got this idea from Jennifer McGuire. She's a non-Stampin' Up! Person. I've mentioned her before. She sends out a video almost every day, and I've learned a lot from her. I've picked up a lot of neat techniques and things from her. So let's do a little more of the Melon Mambo down here around the bottom, maybe up here. Okay, and then we'll use our Granny Apple Green and Old Olive. I'm just going to highlight it with Old Olive. I have to, there, that's better. Oh, wow, that makes a big difference for me. I just changed my light from cool to warm, no, from warm to cool. Oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, Granny Apple Green. Just a little bit here and there. There we go. Let's put a couple of little buds on here while we're at it. Hi, Bev. Fisher, glad you're here. I didn't start till 7:30 today, Bev, so you're not horribly late. I've already made one, but I will show it at the end. Okay, so we're going to do this again with the Blackberry Bliss. Just going to put a couple of them. I'm going to try and keep them on the white. Let's just do that. Just to have something else there. All right. And you could do this, instead of making it just on the card, you could do it on a card front, on a mat or whatever. Okay, so let's use the Melon Mambo to highlight it. Okay, maybe put a little extra dark down at the bottom here. Use the Flirty Flamingo up above it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Old Olive. There we go. Put it up. Hopefully you are getting it. I can't tell. There we go. Yep, you are. Okay. Now I also could take one of my, sorry, my head's probably in the way, one of my water pens, and I could blend this even more if I wanted to. Yep. So there. I love these things. This is the great thing about watercolor pencils. It's what you can do with actual water with them. Okay. And I don't think I want to blend these too much. Maybe just the dark shadows here, the accents. Okay. Looks good to me. Then you just wipe it on the paper till it comes clear again. You're done with that. Now for this one, I want to put, let's see, where is that other stamp set I wanted to use? Right here. Very Best Occasions. I am going to put Thinking of You. Thinking of You. I'm going to put it on white cardstock with Blackberry Bliss. And then, let me see, I don't think I have a punch that will work the way I want it to. Let me just look and see what I've got here. Nope, that would be too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut it out myself. Just going to probably not be happy with how I cut it out, but we'll see. Oh, that's not too bad. Got to fix it up a little bit. That's pretty good. That'll work. And we are going to edge it, even though it's going to be on Blackberry Bliss card. It's going to be lifted a little bit from it. And we're going to put a little bit of ribbon underneath it. We're going to put a little bit of pink ribbon underneath it. Actually, this one, Strawberry Sorbet. Okay. Let's see, I think we will make a bow. And then, is everybody getting excited for the Christmas card? Yes, I'm a lefty, very much so. Yep. The Christmas card class in September. I hope you guys are planning to attend. Claudia, do you make cards? If you do, you might want to attend. It's on Saturday the 9th. We do 20 cards. We spend the day. We have lunch. We have snacks. I sell my retired product that I don't want to keep anymore. We start that at the very beginning. That's not going to stick. I guess I better put a little bit. You know what I'll do? I'll put it on the back here instead. Put a little bit of glue or tape on here. We'll stick this on there. Just like so. It is fun, isn't it, guys? So if you're interested, Claudia, I can get the information to you. You can PM me your email address, and I'll add you to my list. Okay, see what I think about this. Yeah, that works okay. Yeah, I don't love it, but it'll do. That's better. That's a little better. I shouldn't have put the dimensionals inside of it. I should have, inside the loop, I should have put them on the closed loop. Okay, so there is that card. And then I would put a piece of white cardstock in here to finish that up. It's just nice and simple, but it's really pretty. Let me put it up where you guys can see it. I have to stand up so I can make sure you're seeing it. There you go. I really like how that worked. Okay, and the final card we're making tonight, I'm making on Night of Navy. And I'm using the same stamp set, but I'm doing something a little bit different. I am going to stamp the, let me get this off of here, get it put away. Okay, I'm going to stamp the solid parts of the flowers with the white pigment ink. Goodness. Okay. Right there. Okay, so in that case, I'm not going to rub it with the pigment ink and the blending brush. I'm just going to do this. Let me make sure that I get this right. That is not right. That is right. Okay. Looks fully inked. Don't want that to get on there. All right, so I'm going to put this one here. Okay. And right here. Then I'm going to do the other one. Here it is. See that black spot? You guys who were here last month know what that means. So I need to be able to make sure I get let me make sure I'm going to have room for the stems in here. So we'll put it here. Okay. And then, oh my goodness. I am going to stamp over the top of those. Let me close this so I don't get my hand in it. Let me just dry that up a little bit. And we're going to use white embossing powder. So let me get this put away. I know I already cleaned this, but there's stuff on the block. All right. So, okay, that's how I did it. Make sure I know. So this is going to go like that. First, we need to rubber down. Get the static away from it. All right, and Versamark. Actually, I was thinking about doing silver, but I already put the silver powder away, and because I had it out earlier, and I've got the white right here, so I'm going to go ahead and, I don't think this is the one that isn't exact, and I just moved it while I was putting it down, so who knows. All right, and then do the other one real quick, and hopefully the embossing powder won't stick to the white pigment ink. Hopefully I have it dry enough. We'll find out. The Christmas cards, it's September 9th, and it's in the hanger at our house. My husband is out of town, so the hanger is empty. And I just realized that I didn't quite get that set right. Oh, I did it way off. Oh, well, it'll still look good. Okay. It's all day. I want to say I put 11 to 5, but I'm not positive. But I'm going to be emailing out things to everybody. So I'll make sure I email you too. Hi, Deb. You got here. Hi, Collie. You're camping the weekend of the Christmas cards? Oh, Collie. Oh, no. That's not good. You're missing the event of the season. How far away are you camping? Could you get here? Okay. I sent out all the dates, and that was on there, you guys. So those of you who got my dates, and Collie, I'm sure I gave them to you. I'm sure I gave you the sheet with the dates on it. Okay, and now I just gotta melt that. I may add to this later. I may put another one of these or put a couple more of these down here on this end. We'll see. Make sure it's completely melted. Not quite. Almost. More there. This looks like my white embossing powder is getting old and grainy. Okay. All right, that's not the best job, but hey, it's live, so. Okay, so this time I'm going to use the crushed curry and the Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to color in. The crushed curry is pretty dark, but it's still showing up. I'm going to put the crushed curry closer to the center. Daffodil Delight out towards the ends of the tips of the petals. Doesn't really look that much different except when it gets on the white. Goodness. Okay. I'm making a mess here, guys. I'm going to do, I wonder how this will look on here. So Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay is no longer. I'm not going to use it since it is no longer. Let's do, I don't think, maybe I shouldn't do blue on blue. Let's do Calypso Coral. And I'm going to go ahead and use some pumpkin pie too, because I want to put that here in the middle. Okay, so let's just put some pumpkin pie around the edges. Obviously, it's different because I've used embossing, so it's shiny and rigid. So, yeah, we'll do that. So it's not like I can highlight. Actually, I can because with the white, you can color right over it, but I don't really want to. Okay, and then we're going to use the coastal or the Calypso Coral to color it in the rest of the way. Typically, they would clash, but they're on with being on the blue. It's not going to be so obvious that they clash. And then my leaves, let's use Garden Green for the leaves this time. Okay. Don't like that one as much as the other, but I did this one earlier. I should show you that with the silver embossing powder. Didn't love it. The silver powder didn't raise much and it covered a whole lot more of the stamp than I intended it to. So I decided I'll do something with that later. But okay, so for this one, we're going to use one of these. We'll put it here. And what does this say? This says, "You're absolutely amazing." It almost fits in there. So it's what we're going to use. Close enough. Okay. And, oh, it does not want to stick to that. That's weird. Probably because I've used this stamp so much. It needs to be washed. Okay, I am going to do that again. I'm going to do it on white, just so it'll stick out. But I think I will do it in Calypso Coral ink, if my Calypso Coral ink is available, and it is. Okay. Oops, upside down. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, yeah, so you could probably get down here, Collie. You'll want to, believe me. Although if you're only camping for the weekend and you take that whole day, I don't know. It's up to you. But I think you'll really love it. Everybody seems to love it. Everybody comes every year. Well, mostly everybody comes every year. This year, I used to do 20 different cards and everybody made one of each of 20, but this year I'm just going to make 10 and you'll make 2 of each of them. And some of them, it might use the same stamp set and have a different card with it. I may try to do that with all of them. That way, the person sitting at your table, one of you can be working on one card while the other's working on the other card. I don't know why that got smeared, but I guess, oh, maybe from this. I don't think it hurts it. Okay, and we're going to put that on. Again, we're going to pop that. I had my 3-year-old grandson making cards with me last Thursday, and he loved the dimensionals. We were doing a card kit, and he loved the mini dimensionals, and he had them all over the place. He just kept getting them out. Okay, and on this one, we're going to use some bling. I want some nice big bling. Maybe that one. Let's see. Or this one. No, I think we'll use this one. These are the flat adhesive backed pearls. There's some nice big ones here. And I really like the way they shine, so we'll use them. Let's see. We put one up here. We'll put one here. And then we'll do a little one right here, right there. There. Okay. That's better. I still don't love this one, guys, but it'll do. Okay, so here's the 3 cards we made. Where'd the other 2 go? They're hiding on my desk somewhere. Oh, here's one. So that's card number 3. This is card number 2. I'm going to do something different with that ribbon. I don't think, you know what? One thing I think I might like is if I just snipped it. Yes, I like that much better. Okay, so that's better. And then where's the 3rd one? The first one I did, I set it up to dry. And there's a 3rd one. So this process was just using bright colored die cuts on a black card base. I don't want to get it too close to the camera because I don't want you to see how sticky it is. I like the way it looks, but it's really sticky. I've really got to clean it up, and I've got to secure the flowers a little bit better. But that's number 1. Number 2 was just using a blending brush and some Whisper White or Basic White pigment ink, and then stamping over that with, this is Blackberry Bliss cardstock, so I use Blackberry Bliss ink, and then coloring it in with the watercolor pencils and using the water brush to blend it. And then number 3, my least favorite, is using, stamping the solid parts of the flowers with the white pigment ink, and then using white embossing powder to do the outlines, and then coloring that in with the watercolor pencils. Not my favorite, but it'll do. Okay, that is all I have for you today. I think I will take my iPad out of its thing and show you my puppy. It's down here underneath. Yuki. Hi, baby. It's kind of dark. Sorry about that. Let me see if I pull back if you can see him better. He's tired now. Yuki. But he's calmed down and stopped biting my feet. So, okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week. I will see many of you this weekend at the card workshops. If you're not coming this weekend, I will hopefully see you all in September, those of you who are in New York State and can make it. And I am really looking forward to it. Happy stamping. See you all soon.